they do stop. I'm going to have to back up here myself. I'd expect you to pull down just a little further so you can just make a U-turn into this area without having to back up like I am. Alright, you can see I'm lined up with these green cones, and then I'll tell you individually to go. So when that happens, you go and accelerate briskly. Right now, for this moment, I've leveled off at about 25 miles per hour, which is what I'm doing right now. And then as I approach this brake zone right at the skeleton, brake hard. And you can see how quickly it stopped. I mean, that's a pretty short stopping distance. But yet, with it damp this morning, it's a little longer than we normally expect because that does allow for a slipperier surface. So that's just 25 miles per hour. Imagine what's going to be here in a moment when I approach here at around 45 to 50. Now, so far I haven't really offered a lot of driving instruction per se, but this is one exercise that I can't help myself but throw a little bit in there. Of course, if you want more, you have to come back to one of our other programs here at the school and get some more detailed instruction. Yes, that is a shameless plug. But one thing that's tremendously important, not just in braking and turning, but any approach to any corner, is that you actually turn your head and look into the corner where you want the car to go. That's critically important. How many times have you seen skid marks that go off the road on the highway? And you wonder, well, how did they get there? Well, it's because they were looking at something that they didn't want to hit. What I prefer to have you think about is to look where you want to go, or what I might refer to as a positive future goal. You know, an empty open space that has no objects to impact. So in this exercise, more specifically, at a higher speed, as I approach that left-handed turn that is behind you right now, that I'll need to negotiate, and you will, I'll be looking to the left. I'll be looking to that road surface to know where I need to be going in that next moment. Alright, so I'm going to be approaching somewhere between 40 and 50 miles per hour, and let's see how different this braking is. Now, I traveled a lot further than I did the first time, did I not?
Yes.
And you probably couldn't see maybe from here, but if you turned your head, you could see that my head was turning and looking into that corner, so I knew where I was going. I was not looking off the road. I was not looking at something I wanted to not hit. I looked to the open area that would have been available had I needed to continue my journey. Alright, so I'm going to basically just turn my car, or actually I'll have you follow me, and we'll get in line. So everyone back in forward gear, follow me.
I think you're fine.
And we'll try to do this as efficiently as we can, because we're coming up near the end of our time allotment. So everyone should turn around just like I did, and then I'd ask you to stop at the green cones, and I'm going to get in my position down here.
Okay.
Alright, so for your first run down, I would like you to approach at 30 miles per hour. 30 miles per hour. And if you're ready, come on down, sir. When you get to the white stripe cones, hard on the brakes right there. Alright, when the vehicle that's returning is about 3 car lengths away from you, the next vehicle can come on down. And I'd like you to do so again at 30 miles per hour for these first runs. Hold your braking until these white stripe cones. 30 miles per hour, level off your speed, hard on the brakes at these cones. So that's a lot of weight to manage, but that's a pretty quick stop even with a wet surface. See what it's like here in a moment at a little higher speed. All right, sir, as they get close to you, come on down to me at 30 miles per hour. Again, it's not until these white stripe cones, you'll wait and brake at those. Good job. All right, sir, for your next run, I'd like you to come down at 30, excuse me, let's do 40 miles per hour, 40 miles per hour. Wait on your braking until you get to the yellow, or excuse me, the white stripe cones right here.
That's, I can't help myself. I try to avoid this habit if you can. With your
Okay.
hand inside the wheel. Try to always keep your hands outside the wheel.
Okay.
If you ever have a moment, an unfortunate moment where the airbag should go off and your hands like that, you're going to have a broken arm and a injured face. So if you keep your hands on the outside of the wheel rim, the bag will push them out this way.
Thank you.
Plus you just get better control that way.
Thank you.
But that was a good stop.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead and turn around.
All right, so as soon as he's a couple car lengths away, come on down at 40 miles per
You
hour.
said I had my hand inside like that. Don't do that. The airbag will break your arm. Keep it on the outside.
And you'll hold your braking until these white striped red cones, and then hard on the brakes at that moment, right now.
We're done, right?
You got to do it.
No, I don't need
So a little bit longer stopping distance, but still pretty impressive given the weight of that vehicle.
Actually, we're going to probably do 50.
I know what
All right, so when he gets close to you, come on down at 40 miles per hour,
they
please.
work. And that you can still steer whenever you're braking. I went to that school already.
You went to that school already?
Yeah.
Okay. Watch your finger.
Pretty crazy how things change, right? There's almost this geometric change in stopping distance in terms of how long it is. You just add a little bit of speed and the whole stopping distance increases tremendously. Alright, so final runs for the first drivers here. I'd like you to come down at 45 miles per hour, around 45 miles per hour. Get up to that speed quickly and level off at that speed, and don't go onto the brakes until you're here at these white cones. Remember, you're going to probably be carrying yourself into this corner, so you've got to look to the left over by where my car is and steer in that general direction. Come on down, 45 miles an hour. Brake now, brake.
Pretty impressive, huh?
It is.
Is your dad going to do this as well?
Do you want to do
No,
it?
no, I'm good.
He says no.
Okay,
but-
all right, go ahead and pull back then. We're coming right up at the end of our window anyway, so that works out.
Okay.
Alright, come on down here. When he gets a little closer, at 45 miles per hour. Remember what I said, you've got to start looking to the left as you approach the inside of this corner.
The deal is that you could use their car to do the brake and test it on this, in this case, versus.
I understand.
Brake. Let's left. Awesome. Oh yeah, the other thing I forgot to mention is you should breathe when you're braking.
Breathe.